Welcome to this week's episode of NT Prep Preview. I'm sports writer Brandon LaChance, and I'm with sports editor Kevin Chlum and sports writer Jared Bell. This week we're going to discuss prep basketball. Several area boys teams had solid showings at tournaments.
Well, one of those solid showings was by Putnam County. The Panthers went 5-0 to win the Wally Keller Invitational at Wethersfield. That's a tongue twister right there. They would have won regardless of whether or not they had won Saturday night against Bureau Valley, but they were behind early. They were able to rally and overcome a 12-point deficit and win in OT. Like I said, even if they would have lost, they would have had a three-way tie at 4-1 for first. They would have won the tiebreaker on defensive points allowed, but let's be honest, they didn't want that. They wanted to win outright, which is what they did. They had Evan Kreiser made the all-tournament team, and Harold Fay was a co-tournament MVP, which I'm sure his brothers both have got that awards before too, so it's a great showing for the Panthers.
All right. St. B took third at the Oregon tournament. Jack Brady had 18 points. Jarrett Olson hit the game winner to make it 63-62. He got the ball with 6 seconds from an inlet pass from Chris Dudek, and he hit the three-pointer. There was still a second left on the clock that the referees put back on because they thought it went out. And Olson solidified the win by knocking down the Kiwani inlet pass, so they got the 63-62 win.
Mendota also got a 1-point win on Saturday, so theirs was in the title game at Seneca. They were down 20 points in the second half, came all the way back to win by a point. So they got that title. It's a nice win for them. And then we also had LP play for the title in their own tournament. It did not go so well for the Cavs. They got down 20-5 in the first quarter and never really got close after that. Dunlap is a very good team that they lost to, though. And then Henry on Monday night wrapped up the Williamsfield tournament. They went 5-0, and they won that one pretty easily.
All right. Regular season hoops are now in full swing, and there are more rivalry games this week.
Well, the big one, starting off the conference season in Northern Illinois Big 12 West, is Ottawa at LP on Friday night. It's a boys-girls doubleheader. The boys' game should be excellent. Both teams should be pretty good this year. They've both shown that already. Ottawa got to the title game of their tournament, which we forgot to mention earlier. The Dean Riley Shooting the Rock tournament. They got second place there. And they both played for the title last year in the West Division. They came down to that game. So we'll start off the conference season with that on Friday, so it should be good. The girls have already played. You think Ottawa would win that one again. They won pretty easily down to the Pontiac tournament. The other rival game coming up this week is Princeton at Bureau Valley on Saturday night.
All right. Also this week, we have some area wrestling teams in big tournaments.
Well, their wrestling got underway last week. It continues this week as LP will travel to the Rockford East Invitational. We have a handful of teams at the Seneca invite. That includes St. B, Putnam County, Mendota, and Marquette. Wrestling's kind of slow right now and start to pick up, but this is the time in which hopefully wrestlers can shine early on.
All right. Now it's time for the best segment in all the land, the NT Prep Preview Powerhouse Players of the Week.
Well, guys, our first Powerhouse Player of the Week is someone who has actually been a Powerhouse player before. It's Putnam County senior guard Daniela Pavlovich. Pavlovich scored 20 points in a win on Monday over Indian Creek and reached 1,000 points exactly with all 20 points. So it's a great accomplishment for her.
Our next powerhouse player is James Carrol, a junior guard from Mendota. We mentioned that Mendota came all the way back from 20 points down to win in the Seneca title game. Well, Carrol had a big part in that. He scored 27 points in that game, and he was named to the all-tournament team.
All right, the third powerhouse player is Putnam County senior guard Harold Fay. Scored 24 points for his Bureau Valley, and he was named the co-MVP of the tournament on Saturday. Thank you for checking us out. Make sure you come back next week at www.newstrib.com.
/.
Sports.